get that opportunity for the old-fashioned N1. We see you, Josh Giddey.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night. Giddey, no good on the free throw.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Inside, here's Mobo, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Down by 15. Pass to White. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Chicago shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. First free throw is good. White hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Toronto leading by 13. Here's Battle. Still no points. Puts up a 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Toronto out in front. They lead by 13. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Raptors, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
So for the Raptors right now, and it's Robinson in at the 5.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Roden. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
The floater. Bobo with the rebound. Toronto leading by 14. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. You look at the Bulls. Right now, they're in 10th place, hoping to get themselves into the playoff picture. And, of course, there's the Raptors, just barely behind them, only 1 spot down.
Checking out Chicago, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Here's Battle, following the bucket by the Bulls. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Lawson, he's checked in for Roden. Here's Shed. An 11-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
And it's Battle missing. The Bulls trail by 12. Giddey passes to White. Takes the 3. And again for 3.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. And the shot goes. White's got 8 points in the quarter. Raptors lead by 7. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Making a switch here. Swider's checked in. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Josh Giddey.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months. Getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Lawson. And the Raptors miss again. The Bulls on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Outside Robinson. Down low. Lawson's shot is off. Bulls trail by 5. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Here's Giddey. Uses the glass on the layup. Giddey's got 6.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Pass to Swider. Here's Lawson. Giddey defends. Here's Swider. There's the triple. Collins with the rebound. Outside Giddey. The kick out to White. Fires from deep. Rebound Toronto. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Mobo. Herder defending. Pass to Lawson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Lawson's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
Giddey passes to Horton Tucker. The layup misses. Toronto leading by 5. Here's Mobo. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Giddey. Back to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here are the Raptors now. Here's Shed. Yet to see a basket. With some arc. And he sinks the layup. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Jacks up a 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Horton Tucker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Toronto has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. And over the last 10 games, here's a look at the teams that have been putting up the most points. In 3rd, Chicago.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Up top, Barnes. Defended by Horton Tucker. Pass to Quickly. It's hauled in by Herder.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Toronto leading by 3. Outside Barnes. Quickly outside. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders.
Connects again from distance.
And he shattered the franchise's single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all year long. Pass to Quickly. Hurdle with a screen on White. The three from Quickly. Offensive board. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Hurdle's got 8 points.
Well, this is the expectation for Jakob Poeltl. His scoring in the post has to be there for him.
Outside White. It's Herder on the wing. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Raptors with a lead. To the paint. Barnes. The three from Quickly. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 17.
That's his first triple of the second period. Third of the game.
The kick out to White. Pass to Horton Tucker. He takes it in. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Defensive foul. Emmanuel Quickly.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing.